So he begins feeling that weight, and we can begin working on leading. And if anything starts to bother him or he takes off, I'm just going to drop this slack. It'll pull out of the ring, and he will not be dragging it and gaining any worries. Let's see if I can ask him to back here using a little bit of pressure on his face. Back, back. Beautiful. Hello, welcome to another live session with Sundancer. We are working on leading so that he can get out of this catch pin as soon as possible. So I just ask him to line up here. Good. Okay, he's coming into my space, so I'll ask him to back up. Back, back. Good. We are extending the duration of that back. Okay. Let's see here. Very good. He's pretty much completely fine with the halter at this point. Back. Back. Good. We usually work in the mornings, so he's a little bit antsy right now, but that's okay. Good. Very nice. Got terrible horse flies out right now, so I'm gonna try and get some of this fly spray on him periodically. And we're also hoping that these dark clouds over here don't roll in too quickly. Very good. Hi, big man. Hello. Okay. He wasn't sure where to go there. Good. Good. We got a few sprays there. As you can see, he's still putting his head up a little bit when we do that. Back, back. Good. And now we're starting to work on this personal space bubble here, because you can see he continuously wants to come in. So we've asked him to back and rewarded for backing several times already in this session. So what I'm going to do is not reward him for coming into my space and then having to get out of it. This is something that he needs to learn, period. And we have to start implementing space here. See, so sometimes he might be coming into my space so that I can ask him to get out of my space and then reward him. So that's why I'm not going to be rewarding for asking him to back out of my space at this time. Clicked a little bit late there. That was my bad. I really want to get some fly spray on that eye over there. We've got a lot of flies going on. So I might just put some on my finger here and just kind of put it around there. Very good. And I'm going to start haltering him like this at the beginning of the session. It's a good start session indicator for him. And by choosing to put his head in the halter, he is choosing to start the session. Okay. And I will mix in He's doing pretty good with the fly spray. I'll mix in just having him touch this fly spray bottle with actually spraying him. Good. As you can see, he's doing pretty well with the fly spray. He's not moving away. He's not concerned. So those are all very good things. He's not tied. I'm not forcing him to stand here. He can leave if he wants to. But at a certain point, these guys do realize that the fly spray definitely assists them with the flies. So they're happy to stand for it once they aren't afraid of this spray bottle anymore. Okay. All right. Now that we don't have to worry about the flies, we're going to work on some of this pressure and release. That was very good. We only worked on this one time in our last session. And so this is a great thing to see when we come in on session 2 working on leading. We need to have a basic understanding of pressure and release with the halter before we begin truly attaching the lead rope and actually taking him out of this catch pen into the 7-acre pasture to work on leading. Very exciting stuff coming up soon, you guys. Make sure you stay tuned. If you're not already, please subscribe and be sure to send this series to a horse-loving friend that would be interested. As always, he loves some scratches. And we're working on touching him further down his hindquarters. He's still a little unsure. Good. So if you notice there, I got down about halfway down his hindquarters here on the side, and he looked at me. Now, what have I instilled in him to do when something is bothering him? Every time we get something new or something's bothering him, we've been teaching him to first look at it. So that's what he was doing there. That's okay. He was looking at me because he wasn't sure about me touching him there. So that's great. That's becoming his first response when he's unsure of things. Okay. Might work on this side some. Start out with some scratches over here. Oh, yeah. I love how much this guy enjoys all these scratches. It's great because I can definitely use scratches for a reward. So even if I don't have food with me, I can use positive reinforcement with this guy. Very good. All right. Okay. Easy. All right. Once again, very good with the pressure on this side. Okay, so here I'm just touching him and he's actually using his lips a little bit. So I'm not going to reward for that because that's not what we're looking for. We're just going to wait. Okay. There. That's what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay. Very good. As I said last session, he knows to target this lead, so it's good because I'll be holding the excess rope in my hand as I'm teaching him to lead. So he knows that he'll be rewarded for following this lead rope. The only thing he's still skeptical about is it dragging across the ground, so we need to work on that. Good. Okay, so he got a little bit amped up there. He wasn't too sure, but he followed along anyways. You're okay, bud. Notice he walked over to his target. Good, okay. He stood, he acknowledged the scary thing, so he gets rewarded for that. Very good. Okay, ready? Asking him to follow me with my hips. Good. It doesn't matter that he's kind of side passing along at this point. We're just getting him used to the sound of this rope dragging on the ground. Because what will happen if I just clip this lead rope on and then he takes off is it's going to drag alongside him. And if he's worried about that, then we're going to have huge issues with the lead rope to work through. Whereas if he goes ahead and gets used to it now, if he does take off when we work on leading out in the 7-acre pasture, he will not have any issues with the halter or lead because he won't be afraid of this dragging around behind him. One big mistake that I see with people who get Mustangs is they have them haltered and they have them drag a lead for the first month or so of their training. And initially, the horses are all, of course, very scared of the lead because this dragging along the ground sure resembles a snake, okay? Good. And so what that does is immediately gives the horse some anxiety about the tools that you're going to be using throughout the duration of their life. So I would much rather, very good, you see that? He went to touch it. That's what we're looking for. I would much rather introduce this lead rope in a slow, methodical manner that's going to leave him feeling confident about it rather than one where he's immediately worried about it, immediately building up trauma, and then having to work through that all on his own without any guidance. He's got it figured out here now. Very good. And this is a big improvement even over just yesterday's session where we were dragging a lead rope. Very good. Very nice. All right. So now I'm actually going to take the end of this lead rope here and I'm just going to loop it through the halter like so. So he begins feeling that weight and we can begin working on leading. And if anything starts to bother him or he takes off, I'm just going to drop this slack. It'll pull out of the ring and he will not be dragging it and gaining any worries. Let's see if I can ask him to back here using a little bit of pressure on his face. Back, back. Beautiful. If your horse doesn't understand pressure on their face and you immediately start trying to go out into a big space and lead, you're going to have a disaster on your hands, okay? Back, back. Good. So right there, I added a little bit of pressure and I left him to try and find the answer. After a few seconds, he still hadn't found it, so I reinforced with the cue back that we've been adding to our backup. Back, back. Good. And he immediately softens in his face and begins moving backwards. So now he is understanding with the use of our cues that we've already instilled with our hips and our finger that this pressure means to go backwards. There I didn't use any verbal cues. Very good. Okay. We've already got follow me down. So that's good. Beautiful. Okay. Back, back. I'm letting him figure it out here. Beautiful. And I want to note that I'm not increasing pressure at all. I'm putting maybe 2 fingers worth of pressure on this lead here, and I'm allowing him to do the rest and figure it out, okay? I am not pulling on him. I'm not jerking on him. I'm not doing any of that. It's also very helpful, like I said, that he knows to target this lead. In addition to follow me. So there's multiple reinforcing cues here telling him to follow along. Okay, just going to try something out here and see if I can ask his head to come over to this side. Let's see. He goes backwards. Oh, I should have rewarded for that slight tilt. That's my fault. Okay, perfect. You see how his front shoulder came over? It wasn't his head, but he got the idea of moving away from the pressure, okay? So that's very good. Very good. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful job. And this is how quickly they learn to respond to pressure when you use methods that make things enjoyable for them. They want to learn, they're eager to give you the right answer, and they will try so hard to do so. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. Good job. See that? I'm barely sliding my hand down this lead rope, and he's already capturing the feel of that and bringing his head around to me. That's awesome. Okay. I've seen seasoned horses that don't do that well with responding to pressure on their head. Very good. So I'll just try and position him here where you guys can see this from the front view. Okay. Sliding my hand. Beautiful. All right. Now, even if he is targeting my hand because he's seeing it come up, beautiful, he is still learning that the pressure on his face means to bring his head around. Okay. Let's see if I can add some pressure forward. Good. Very good. And here I'm honestly just using the curry comb as his reward. He likes it that much. This guy is always itchy. You see him rocking back and forth. Okay. Those are very powerful rewards right there. Oh, okay. Good. Good. Let's see if I can bring him around this way. Perfect. We had a little bit of uncertainty there, as you saw in the head tossing, but he brought it around beautifully. And now is getting a major reward for that behavior. And this really solidifies in his brain what the right answer is. He's getting all sorts of dopamine releases right now from this good scratching. Okay. And he brings it around automatically. Let's see if I can ask. Beautiful. He moved his whole body, but that's okay. We are just working on the fundamentals here. So we're not getting into specifics yet. We're just getting the general idea down in his brain. Okay. He's anticipating. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. That's okay. Good. See all that licking and chewing? All right. Let's see if I can head around to that other side. Oh. Okay. He's anticipating, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait again. He's still anticipating. Beautiful. There, I actually had him feel that pressure on his face, and I'm now rewarding for him giving into that and following the feel of that halter on his face there. Good. More anticipating. So we might switch it up and let's ask him to back up. Let's see. Oh, he wants me on the other side. That's okay. I'm gonna try again. Back, back. Shh. Follow up with the finger. Good. So all that head tossing tells me that he just needs a little bit more guidance, backing from this side. Okay, nothing major. Let's see. Back, back. He's trying to find the right answer. Good. There it was. Perfect. Good. Very good. Okay, come on. Nice, nice, nice. This is all very good. Come on. Good. Oh, see that? He gets a little worried and the rope just slides right out. What happened there is a big gust of wind came in, blew the camera over, and spooked him a little bit. So, okay, I think that's fixed now. If this had been clipped, he would have begun drugging it and he would gain a lot of anxiety about this lead rope, whereas now he's not going to. He's going to come right back over and be ready to continue our session. No big deal. Horses spook. It's what they do. It's a mechanism that has allowed them to survive in the wild for millions of years. No harm done. And now he's ready to go again. So I'm just going to loop this right back through here. Oh, come on, bud. Just like this. And we see that he doesn't have any built-up anxiety over this. So we're going to continue going right back to what we were doing. And you see this licking and chewing. He's coming back into a relaxed parasympathetic nervous system state, rest and digest state, from a slightly stressed sympathetic state where he's spooked. Good job. Good job. Okay, and I will probably end the session here because that was amazing. He spooked, he ran away, he felt this slide across his body as it was coming out of that ring, and then he came right back and went right back to doing what we were doing with zero hesitation. So that shows beautiful, beautiful, beautiful emotional regulation on his part. So I think that is a beautiful place to end today's session. So we rewarded him with scratches there. I'll simply remove this. Give him a click for being okay with that odd sensation on his face as that slides out. And then we'll just remove this halter. Easy, bud. Okay, very good. So he got a little high-headed there as we were taking that off. That's something to note for me for tomorrow. Could have been because he wasn't expecting me to take it off then. Could have been because that little spook that just happened, he might be harboring a little bit of anxiety inside. It's hard to say for sure, but we'll see how he goes with haltering tomorrow, and that will be the judge of whether